Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where I recently noticed I never actually unlocked the final part of the Endwalker Alliance raid. And we do it today. But by now, Dawn Trail has been released, and I actually played through it already, so... yeah. Anyway, Derek. The heart of a myth. Oh, Desiree, 'tis good of you to come, but I'm afraid there's still no word from Krile and G'raha here. We're working as fast as I can to compile the findings of our investigation, I shouldn't doubt. But between the Phantom Realm's etheric data and the Monument's epigraph, we have much and more to review. Now, while awaiting developments, I don't mind to pay Snowgame a visit in the Omphalos. If you aren't otherwise occupied, you should come too. Okay. Bye, little Obo. See you in a moment. Have fun with the Lave quest. Oh. Snowgame has become something of a fixture here. So focuses she on her work, she often neglects taking sustenance. I pray her health doesn't suffer. Again, you mean? Oh, if it isn't Desiree and Derek. But no Krile and G'raha, I see. Unfortunately. Speaking of whom, would you not prefer to be with them in Charlian? You're a researcher too, after all. I find myself much more effective in the field. Being here gives me inspiration, you see? And of late I've been mulling over the opening words of the epigraph. As beings who endure by the will of a star, we are susceptible to the influence of hopes and prayers. Thus do we commit our yokes herein, lest we stray from our purpose. The suggestion that faith has shaped the nature of the 12 paints a truly intriguing picture. If truth be told, I was also hoping I might speak with the gods again. But they haven't graced us since the time we solved the mystery of the monument, and they only do so on exceptional occasions, it seems. Be that as it may, I believe there might be another way to see them. When we journeyed with the gods, Azima told me that each of them wished to speak with you in private. You, Desiree. If you were to call them before the heavens, I have a feeling they will answer. Really? So, won't you give it a try, and afterwards, let us know what they said? I for one see no harm in it. But if you're disinclined, then do not feel pressured. It's entirely your decision. I guess I'm in. You now have the opportunity to speak with those of the 12 whom you have encountered thus far. To do so, call to them before the entrances of their respective heavens. You may advance the request at any time by speaking with Derek in the Omphalos. Did the gods appear? Not yet. I haven't tried yet, however. Welcome.
Well, it isn't the dauntless Desiree. Full glad am I that you would thus call to me. And you and yours investigated the origins of the Fist of Ralga. You posited some interesting theories. The connection between myself and the Sylph's divinity in particular. You did well to draw that conclusion. Your inquiring might have taken you far, child of man. It will take you further still.
So I guess even he says it's true? What about Bayergott?
Desiree, pleased tonight that you should seek me out. I wish to speak with you. It does me well to see that you have been dedicating yourself to crafting. In my capacity as a builder, I watch your progress upon this path with keenest interest. The act of crafting embodies a spirit of improvement and advancement. It is my hope that you will strive ever forward and seize that which you most desire with your own hands.
I might. So of course, dialogue for having crafter drops leveled. Azima?
Ah, Desiree, at last you've come. I was right to trust your zealous scholar companion with a message. Ever since our first meeting, I knew that I simply must see you again. There's something familiar about you. You awaken forgotten feelings in me. Feelings that once smoldered like embers amidst the ashes. Perhaps you resemble someone I knew long ago? Yet, whatever the reason, your presence gave me comfort and warmth. May your light ever burn bright.
Yep. I'm back from the Sun Goddess.
Desiree, we bid you welcome. Know that while we appear to be two beings, a dual-aspected divinity, it was not always so. Man's hopes have a power. It was his faith, offered over millennia, that shaped us into our present form. In answer to your faith, we, the traders, shall watch over mankind as he strives for that which he desires.
Sounds good. Good. You are still dormant. So are you? Northika?
Why, if it isn't Desiree, you wish to speak, do you?
Apparently.
Tell me, have you ever met an elemental? Many hold they are born of me, as I mentioned. They hear the voice of those who abide in the closewood. At times, they may seem excessive in their actions, but it's out of an abundance of love. So pray be good to them, and heed their warnings.
Sure. I mean, I'm a white mage as well, so it should be a given. I'll take.
Desiree, is it? I must say, there's something to be said about being summoned by a mortal. The life of a man is but a drop in the great river of time. But are you and yours wont to rush ahead, not wasting a single moment? Be it as it may, certain sights will only come into view if one stops to look. So be not afraid to pass the time in ways which, at first, may not seem fruitful.
True enough, I suppose.
Should you dare to do so, you may well be visited by an eye-opening experience. Such is the richness of time. This lesson I learned in another life, from an unexpected visitor. Well now, if it isn't my dear Desiree, how good of you to call to me. I'm sorry if I gave you a shock by joining my brother in battle, but I couldn't help myself. We've always done everything together, he and I.
Okay.
Such a joy it was to face you and yours. You displayed the self-determination that allowed you to defy fate, and it was one surprise after another. I can't help but feel his voice spoke similar words long ago. Who was it too, I wonder?
God. Fina?
Oh, Desiree, what a delightful surprise! You wished to see me, did you?
I called you after all.
I'm truly grateful that we can talk like this. As you know, I'm a goddess of love, yet that obviously doesn't mean I have a monopoly of love. For instance, my brethren love mankind with all their hearts, just like me. Whether or not Ocean is my beloved as mortals believe, I have more than enough room in my heart for everyone. Be it men or gods, I love you all alike. And needless to say, I love my adorable Galamut too, who you and yours gifted to me.
Yeah, a hound. Because Dalamut was also called Mefina's hound. And so it was.
How bold you are to summon me this way. 'Tis no less than I expect from one of mine. In recognition of your valor and deeds, I offer a word of counsel. Well do I know the power of man's souls, of mortal faith, and there is no faith that I reject. Yet in every age, there are those who invoke the name of the divine for their own ends. Be not misled by them.
Yes. Good. And now to Derek. Spoken to his satisfaction, have you? And let us await Krile and G'raha together. Still no sign of them. Ah, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. As an adventurer, you're better traveled than most. The places you have seen, what kind do you like best? Far lands when new encounters await. Ah yes, I can imagine you being given to such. The thrill of visiting unknown places is something I can understand. I myself am partial to wandering Eorzea, so rich in air for this land, and possessed of so many aspects. It was when I was traveling through the 12th Wood that I encountered this fellow. I knew not how he came to be injured and alone, but I couldn't turn a blind eye. He is long since recovered. They probably should have returned him to his forest home. When I see him here, undaunted in the presence of gods, I can't help but feel it was fate that delivered him to me. Still, the day will come when we must go our separate ways. We're finally here, everyone! Welcome back. How did your work? It took longer than we anticipated, but we managed to compile all our findings and thence deliberated a course of action. Indeed, hereon we would do well to tread with caution. The waveforms we recorded with the etheric analyzer revealed an unsettling occurrence. In the course of fighting us, the gods expended a tremendous amount of their ether, so much so as to dilute their very essence. Lest you worry, we've done no wrong, Desiree. The gods themselves wish to fight, after all. That being said, we should avoid engaging in further battle until we learn more about their true objective. To that end, we will seek out the 13th unnamed being, whose duty is to watch unflinching. If G'raha is correct, and we have no reason to believe otherwise, said being is the Watcher on the Moon. You'll be pleased to know I've already acquired permission to use the Tower of Babel from the Ilzabat contingent, who oversees the structure of the Garlean people's leaf. We're really going then? To the moon? Huzzah! I wonder what the Watcher's like. If there's no other matter, then let us set forth at once. If you still wish to speak with the gods, best seek them out now. They may not be there later. This is a hint to the player. Knock knock. Greetings, Heideland's champion. You are ever welcome here, as are your companions. Tis a pleasure to meet you, Watcher. We come hoping that you would answer some questions for us. Questions about Heideland? We've deciphered the monument at the heart of the Phantom Realm. In addition to the names and duties of the 12, it speaks of one who is unnamed, who shall watch unflinching. Are we correct in assuming that that individual is you? The 12 have existed for eras. If you know aught about them, will you not share your knowledge with us? They have a desire which they claim can only be fulfilled through battle with mankind. We wish to understand what that is. Please.
So man has managed to come this far. Very well. You have earned the right to know. Remember, however, that I am but a creation, or have been imbued with some memories of the past. They are far from complete. First of all, I am indeed the unnamed being the monument describes. An entity created by Heideland to serve a purpose alongside the 12. Together, they were charged with preserving equilibrium on a sunlit and unstable star. Like myself, they were given shape from people who once existed. Like myself, I believe the world should be entrusted to the new life that had emerged. But they will possess detailed memories of that time. G'raha selected those she deemed best suited to their respective duties.
That would explain why the 12 appear to have personalities like mortals.
The men and women they once were influenced their personalities, yes, but so too did the faith of mortals. Knowingly or no, when men pray, they will the object of their worship to assume a form that can better grant them their heart's desire. In this manner have the 12 been shaped over eons to images that fit man's ideals.
So you're right, G'raha. Hopes and prayers have the power to influence the gods.
Yet, even as they thus changed, at Venar's behest, they would have refrained from intervening in mortal affairs. As a result, there will have been times when they acted in ways that are contrary to your expectations. But now that Heideland is no more, and the final days averted, the 12 have arrived at a decision regarding their fate all their own. It is not for me to reveal the truth of their desire. I can, however, guarantee that it will not visit harm upon mankind. Nay, far from it.
Well, I for one never felt the gods meant us ill. To have your guarantee as well, we couldn't possibly doubt them anymore. It is most reassuring to confirm the connection between you and the 12. With this, we may proceed in our quest with easier hearts. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. We shall return to the Omphalos and continue engaging with your brethren.
That is well. As I watch on, I shall pray that the tale comes to a happy conclusion, for gods and men alike.
Farewell, Watcher.
your journey be fulfilling.
You have some last words, Watcher? Not really. Okay. Then let us return to Madonna. Something's amiss. The gods' avatars are nowhere to be seen.
That's because our preparations are complete. I've waited so bloody long for this moment. Are such uncouth words the first you would speak unto our guests? I will leave off, Thaleia. You can't tell me you're not as excited as I am. I would be the first to admit my joy, but on such a momentous occasion, I would act with due propriety. The met, children of man, so understanding that you have spoken with a watcher and ascertained our true nature.
Yes?
Indeed, you were created by Hydaelyn to tend the star. Having built the omphalos at its heart, and our sanctums throughout Eorzea, we labor to preserve a balance of reality.
All of this we have learned, but there's still one thing we do not understand. Our analysis of the Phantom Realm revealed that you and yours dilute your very selves by fighting us. Would this not impede your ability to carry out your duties? We appreciate your concern, but you needn't worry. I knew it. You were him all along. Likewise, I knew that you harbored suspicion as to my true identity. While my brethren used various creatures as their avatars, I chose the form of a man, the better to share in your solitude. And it felt to me
wanderer, to beckon unto the Omphalos they who could grant our wish.
What? How could you hide such a thing from us?
That you know my true identity and our purpose, we fear that you would refuse to fight us. But our fears were unfounded. You defeated our request despite our hardships, and endeavored to grant it. Forgive me this way, but I must leave the little fellow in your care. In the innermost part of our realm, we shall reveal the truth in its entirety. I await your coming with bated breath. This is our grandest moment, mortal. Gird your loins and have at us. I shall receive you with my all. Be as a raging torrent, child of man.
I don't blame Derek for hiding the truth. There's no easy thing to say that you're actually a god. Oh. In his wanderings, I can't help but wonder what Derek thought and felt. So Derek is the wanderer, the deity who shares in man's solitude. In order to beckon us to a phantom realm, he posed as an explorer and solicited the aid of the sons of Saint Koinak. In spite of this, I do not feel as though I've been deceived, nor do I harbor any resentment. Rather, I simply feel sad. Understand, this is a dear friend was suddenly spirited far away. In hindsight, perhaps it was in expectation of a coming battle that he had kept men at arm's length. I imagine it must be even harder for you. But to know that one of the 12 walked among us makes me want to do the best we can by them. Aye, since time immemorial, the 12 have watched over all who abide on this star. And even if they fulfilled their purpose of maintaining stability, as beings possessed of sentience, they also heeded the hearts of man. So let us likewise heed their hearts, and do our utmost to grant them their desire. Alright. Then I believe we all know what comes next. Battle awaits! By all indications, this will be the final foray into the God's Sanctum. This task we entrust to you and your adventurer friends once more, Desiree. As there's no telling what may happen afterwards, I shall remain on guard here. Twice now you have triumphed, and I have faith you will do so yet again. Go well, Desiree. Thaleia. Though we are sure that fulfilling the god's desire won't visit harm upon the star, I cannot help but worry what may come to pass. We must be prepared. Oh. For the coming foray, you must face Thaleia in the heaven of water and Limdane and Orshan in the heaven of wind. While Nemia would also abide in the former, I believe she's already fulfilled her part, which means an easier time for you. Or so I hope. Why not? I shall hold the fort here. Pray focus on the battles ahead. Okay, but I think looking at the time, not this episode, but next time. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.